Hello everyone, this is a Silent Hill 3 playthrough. We're just going to have a cheeky warm-up. I need to eat something. And then we'll start playing the game. Man, I've been thinking about this game. I've been thinking about this puzzle that foiled us yesterday. I think I know what the answer is. Man, so many people ruined the puzzle yesterday. Milky, you ruined the puzzle. Slubs ruined the puzzle. Even Victoria ruined the puzzle. Like, Victoria doesn't really get involved in the game side, but I think she even just Googled what it was and pasted what it was. I tried to not look at what people were saying, so it didn't embed in the brain too much. But some of the things people said, it's narrowed it down a bit. So it diminishes the satisfaction of solving the puzzle, don't you know? But I think I was thinking about it after sleep. And by the way, I did go to bed later than I should have because of this damn game. Hardest puzzle in the whole of the Silent Hill franchise, and it's the first puzzle you encounter. But yeah, I was thinking about it, and I reckon I have a good idea of where to go with this filthy puzzle. The filthiest of puzzles. It's a Shakespeare puzzle. Oh my god. Shakespeare. Oh, got the donation from Mira. Looking forward to this. Having some food and coffee. Nice one, Mira. Give Johnny a hell yeah. Hell yeah. Thumbs up, yo. Oh, thank you. And hope everyone having a great time. $5. Thank you, bruv. How you doing, Mira? I got your message. And I was interested to hear that I missed the part in the beginning of the game. How fucked up is that? Did I miss some kind of item? I can't believe they let you do that. I was happy to show you that you could do that when you didn't know you could do that. But yeah, of course. Of course I missed something in the beginning of the game that I shouldn't have. Of course I did. It's on the menu, bruv. Damn, what did I miss? An extended scene. There's actually some animated bit. Some pre-rendered thing. Say it ain't so. So, bro, like the stream yesterday, fucking hilarious, man. I kind of
D80 says eating a quick cup noodles.
Has to be done, innit? I like this game because it's some highbrow shit.
Mirror D80 says it's a dream sequence similar in a sense to Shwan want me to spell.
I mean, yeah, you can tell me what happened. I'm not going to see it, right? Mate, the first puzzle, you have to know Shakespeare. I like the way. I like the way. It's clearly for intelligent people. You have to fucking... Even if you're not into Shakespeare, you have to start reading Shakespeare. You have to read verses from Shakespeare while you're doing the puzzle. Wow. I thought that was cool. Oh my god. Okay, so we're at a new bit rate today. Hopefully, because Rumble's usually a bit choppy because of the bitrate. I put
Mirror
the bitrate
D80
down.
says you eventually end up on the roller coaster tracks and get run over and wake up.
Bro, they're gonna deny me that to see that? That sounds pretty important. Fucking hell, man. You're gonna deny us that? Some fun. So this is okay. I'm gonna wait until we're in the game. Until I tell you what I think it is. But yeah, Milky did an AJ yesterday. But the game seems really, really similar to the last one. Like, well, and the first one. Doesn't seem like very adventurous.
Mirror D80 says gotta look after my nephew tomorrow.
Oh yeah? And the game seems quite linear.
Mirror D80 says may go out to the movies with a mate just before.
What are you gonna see? I got a tattoo laser. I'm removing this. Got to be done.
Mirror D80 says he's into that Spider-Man. Him just tagging along can get him free tickets with my companion card.
Oh, nice. I nearly booked tickets to see it. It was in the checkout, and then I thought, you know what? I'm not giving those like ginger erasing, like race swapping Disney other Mayaka phase a cent. So I think the Rumble stream is now smooth, which is good. Could test Twitch as well. Bro, did you see that the news about the disgraced Cambridge DEI professor? That's so fucking funny.
Mirror D80 says I miss the old Disney Pinocchio and other bangers before wokeness took over.
Oh yeah. Halo Studios lay off staff. I need to go find the clip from last week where I said that's going to happen, and then run that news. Bro. Yeah, there was this DEI professor in Cambridge at UK's top university. And now there's clips coming out of the university top brass defending him before.
Mirror D80 says Xbox going back to DRM Don Matric days, deciding to make a disc to digital transfer.
What are they doing? Physical media is destined to die. Unfortunately. Bro, this is too funny. What's a swine? This guy. He's like checks all the DEI boxes. Obviously not straight. Obviously not white. So they gave him a job for DEI. They basically like sent him out as their performing like jester, saying he's the first black like professor or something. Turned out he plagiarized like his whole fucking thesis. And because we live in a communist country in the UK, this journalist who broke the story was reported to the police for revealing the truth. Fucking funny. Yeah,
Mirror
I mean,
D80 says they making it so you can transfer your disc into a digital license like what they were gonna do with Xbox One.
oh man, okay. Is that good or bad? And then before he became indefensible, you had the dean and head of faculty coming out and saying you're the best in the world in terms of the research that you do. So funny. And apparently he lied about being on a TV program when he was younger. That was it's quite a famous one. And he said he went through it, and the TV program was something about hardship or something. I don't know what it was. And he lied. He wasn't even in it. He wasn't even born when that was happening or something crazy like that. Fucking funny. I think he only learnt to read when he was 18 or something. Yeah, so the
Mirror D80 says remains to be seen. Apparently if you give it away to a friend and they redeem the same game, you lose the license so it can be retransferred.
Okay. That's good, isn't it? It's where you can lend people your digital games. That's kind of weird though.
I have a house, but the government they pay rent for me because I'm homeless. I'm a refugee. I'm from Afghanistan. My house in the Didcot, Oxfordshire. Every month, government they pay £1,600.
Says,
It's very expensive. If I pay this money, I cannot pay. It's very high. Expensive. I like living in the London. Big problem for me living in the London, the rent. I like living in London because there are many jobs, many opportunity for living. And the Didcot is a small city, and I think in the future I had a very big problem for my living because the income is very low.
Wow. Oh mate, the original Halo developers, man. sad to see.
But I mean, we also do, our showkeys. We do our showkeys in Kampala. But I mean, having a dance move to a song is a big thing, right? But I would say the Nigerians have really patented that. The Nigerians come out with a song, like Yemi Alade has a song called, what's the name? Kofi Annan. She has a song called Kofi Annan. Do the Kofi Annan. Now all my friends in Kampala are doing the Kofi Annan, right? So Ugandans, we don't really have as many dance
This
moves
guy's a
associated with the song.
psychopath.
But we will always dance. We are always dancing. That's the thing. The difference for me is, I'm from Uganda, but I also grew up in New York. In New York, you don't really, you go out.
So, I think he resigned. And someone said, like, even his resignation letter was 100% AI written or something. It's getting out of control. Scotland Yard spent 4 months investigating the journalist who exposed this fraud. This is what communist countries do. If you go against the regime, like, the state will come after you. Okay, now. So in like Dearborn, Michigan, we've got this guy's running for Senate called Abdul Rahman. Interesting times.
Mirror D80 says I've been doom scrolling on X, got the checkmark and grok, perhaps I follow too many radicals lol. Mirror D80 says I like looking at clips on mobile version and scrolling, sometimes some funny bangers. I've been collection to post on Discord. Mirror D80 says cool hairstyle Johnny, if I had hair I'd want grey hair. Mirror D80 says shaving it off chrome dome style lol.
Oh, nice. Cheers.
Allies are launching is already more bitter. All you got to do is look at the odds. You're already watching on TV, started today. They think that you want to use my whole name against me. Mike, listen, man, if you can't say the name, it's Abdurrahman, keep the name out your damn mouth. I'll be happy to give you lessons.
Bro, go home. Go home. Ungrateful bastards, man. Imagine me standing up in Japan. If you can't say my name, it's like this. I'll be grateful to give you lessons, Japanese people. The fucking psychos love these jobs, man. So many people who hate their country that's giving them the opportunity. People taking down the English flag. Bro, England is actually, it's mad. People just like, they're actually trying to destroy themselves now. Socialism is here, baby. Because nationalism is the enemy of socialism. They want to destroy the nation state. I don't want to have any allegiance to the country, only to the party. Is this for real? I like JD Vance. I don't think he's what people are making him out to be. It's great to have him there, but I saw his Joe Rogan, and I don't think he has. I mean, he's a veteran, but I think we need someone a bit a bit tougher in there. I think Rubio is the man. I really do. Dude, I was saying this years before the White House was saying this. How many years have I been saying this? How many? I said that. 20.
Mirror D80 says I watched a video on World War I was interesting, explained how it was culling off the creators and the good men. Communism wouldn't have happened if we didn't send millions to die. Mirror D80 says should I post it on Discord? Mirror D80 says group.
Why not? Right.
Edward Johnston says ho lard. Edward Johnston says, Johnny solved the puzzle in his dreams.
Okay, I know what the puzzle is. I know what the fucking puzzle is. I worked it out. I've thought about this a lot. Okay. Thought about this shit a lot. Solve the puzzle. Edward, you puzzle solving swine. Okay. Solve the puzzle. Oh my god, I don't think, did I even fucking save it properly? Oh, it resets
Mirror
it?
D80 says greetings Edward, hope you having a great time.
Right, I think it reset the game. Okay, we actually, the thing is we're not really allowed to save it in here, but I'm not fucking going back, so.
Edward Johnston says how you're doing, Mirror.
So I thought about this a lot. And I think I've worked it out. So There's two fucking puzzles. I think there's two puzzles. One is the order of the books, and all of this dialogue is talking about the books. So this has to be the order of the books. It says the first words at the left hand. This is the order of the books. So what I was getting confused is I thought the order of the books is also going to be pretty much the same as the number in the keypad. But this is not only the order of the book, the last book, the fifth book, but within this is also whatever the fucking keypad thing is, and the keypad is different from the books. The books are definitely in the right order. I've read this so many fucking times. So only the 4 keys remain. I still think that means you've eliminated it. It could mean that you eliminated all the other keys that you could do. And I think that actually could be the books 1 to 5. It would make sense. And within that, it's telling you like 1 to 2, 1 to 2, 2. It's a bit, actually, I'm not sure about this exactly, but I think it's telling you the numbers for the keypad here, because it wouldn't say the 4 keys remain. And they wouldn't put all these numbers in here. So this is, I think this is whatever the fucking keypad is, something to do with this. And even though I don't think the order of the books is necessarily the key code, I feel that the numbers of the books, the volumes, could be actually taking up potential keys. Possible keys. And the only 4 keys remain is probably outside of the volumes, which is 1 to 5. So that means it's 6, 7, 8, 9. But then there's a 0, which means there's 5 keys, which suggests I still think it's the case that you have to use 1 key. You don't know which of the 4 keys that remain, because there's 5 keys that remain if you count all the volumes, 1 to 5. Then there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 5 keys that remain. So I still reckon it's something to do with doing 1 key from the 5 keys that remain, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, either at the beginning of whatever the code is, that's either the order of the books or is something in that top part there, or you guess from the remaining 5 keys, not before what the password is, but at the end of it. Or maybe even not in the middle, before at the end, but it has to be before, because then it says keys remain. So the order of the books.
Mirror D80 says just chillin'. Last week I finished Bully on PS2 to PS4 on my PS5 100% platinum, such a great Rockstar game. Mirror D80 says it's definitively a brain burster. Adamisna says oh hey I.
Sup dude? Oh man, you would fucking love this puzzle, dude. This is some big brain fucking... Some big brain shit.
Adamisna says you gonna come see to the US and visit Silent Hill?
Am I going to visit Silent Hill? Is that a real place? In space.
Edward Johnston says this is the ultimate big brain. Mirror D80 says I know the answers lol but zipped up my mouth.
Nice. So,
Mirror D80 says, Centralia, Pennsylvania. Adamisna says yeah it's called Centralia, Pennsylvania. It's a real town that inspired the game.
oh really? That's cool. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 0. And only the 4 keys remain. Only the 4 keys remain. So you have to do the other keys. Only the 4 keys. So 1 to 2, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and 3 to 0.
Mirror D80 says fires going on underneath the town.
One to 2, 2 to 3.
Adamisna says they used to incinerate their garbage, but they ignited a coal vein and now black smoke spews from fissures in the earth like actual hell.
Only the 4 keys remain. So look, 1, 2, and 3 have been done, but there's still 7 keys. So that's why I'm thinking it's talking about the 5 volumes, and then there's 4 keys. Well, there's 5 keys left. So one of these, you need to guess just one, and then 4 remain. If we're saying that the 5 volumes count as something that doesn't remain. But then if that's the case, then the volume would be the password. But then it's talking about 1 to 2, 2 to 3. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and then 3 to nothing. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to nothing. Oh my god. Mate, learning about Shakespeare yesterday, fucking hell. This the darkest books ever, basically. King Lear like dies of grief with his dead daughter in his hand after she's like hung or something. And talking about people like racked with fucking agony and torment and shit. One for 2, 2 for 3. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 0. And only the 4 keys remain. The fuck is the 4 keys? Oh, fucking hell. So maybe... But that doesn't make sense though, because he's only using...
says 12,233.
Right, that's what I thought it was.
Mirror
1, 2,
D80
2,
says that
3.
puzzle on easy I mentioned it's also on normal too. Hard changed the whole puzzle and makes it a lot harder.
Okay, good to know. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So, but then it says the 4 keys remain. Okay, so like the rest of this puzzle, you need to. I think you need to get these books in order. These were on the floor, and it lets you order them in a certain way. So it's obviously not 1 to 5, right? 1 is Romeo and Juliet, 2 is King Lear, 3 is Macbeth, 4 is Hamlet, 5 is Othello. This is so it talks about only the 4 keys remain, but I don't think the number code is actually related to the book code that we had to do here. I think that's different. You'll see in a minute. But I do feel that all these 5 count as keys on the fucking... I mean, it's obviously related to the number pad somehow because it's related to the puzzle. So if it says 4 keys remain and we've got 1 to 5, that leaves 6, 7, and 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, and 9 left. But there's also a 0, so there's 5. So I feel like it's telling you to just try one of those 5 keys. And if you input that, if that counts as a key that doesn't remain, and then it also 1 to 5
can
do.
You just leave the 4th book as the only book?
You can take other ones out. You can take other ones out and have as many as you want in there. So if 1 to 5 count as keys, and then there's 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 0 left, and only 4 keys remain, surely it's to do with leaving 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 0, and just putting one of those numbers in somewhere in whatever the password is, to leave like the remaining 4. So let's see the order it is. That order, I will explain why it's like that. Okay, the first words at thy left hand. So this is obviously the left book. A false lunacy, madly dancing man, true madness. That is Hamlet. Then this is Romeo and Juliet. Pierce the heart, rent by sorrow, find true death at the last. Obviously. So basically, volume 4 was Hamlet, so that's the first one. Volume 1 is Romeo and Juliet, so it's 4-1. That's the order on the shelf.
Mirror D80 says there's a red herring somewhere in the puzzle. Mirror D80 says I feel anyways.
So 4-1, and then this is just nothing. This is a red herring. Doth lie invite truth, doth verity, but wear the mask of falsehood, are thou pitiful, thou miserable ones. Then it says, still, this one is Othello, because blah, 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 a game of turning white to black and black to white. Obviously that's Othello, so that's 5. So that order is 4-1-5. Then this one is King Lear, because it's all about flattery, right? Love more is not a silence brimming with love more precious than flattery, a peaceful slumber preferred to a throne besmirched in blood. That's King Lear. King Lear was volume 2. So now we've got, it's 4-1-5-2, and then that only leaves 3, which is Macbeth. And this is obviously Macbeth, because look, all of this is part of it. 1 vengeful man spilled blood for 2, 2 youths shed tears for 3, 3 witches disappeared thusly. So that's obviously Macbeth, and Macbeth was volume 3. So definitely those are all that's the order of, those are the Shakespeare books this is referring to. And it said, the first one, it says from the left hand, so I started from left to right, so it's definitely 4-1-5-2-3, 100%. But excuse me, in this last one, within this, it seems like it's also giving you the pin code. So at first I thought excuse me, at first I thought we do the books in that order, 4-1-5-2-3, and then the pin code is the same, 4-1-5-2-3, but it's not. But see how it says, then there's all these fucking numbers here. So at first I was thinking, look at the bottom one, only the 4 keys remain, right? So I thought, if the book's on the shelf is 4-1, what is it? 4-1-5-2-3, books on the shelf. Like this, 4-1-5-2-3. Then it says only the 4 keys remain. So it kind of is 6, 7, 8, 9, but then there's a 0. So I thought, okay, try one of these keys first before like that code that corresponds with the Shakespeare books, Then there's only 4 keys left. So try 0, then do the code. That didn't work. Try 6, then do the code. That would leave these 4 keys. Try 7 and keep going. But that didn't fucking work. Then I tried the code and putting one number after it. That didn't work. So I don't think the order of the books actually is the whatever the fucking keypad is. So I think the keypad is in that page which corresponds to the last Shakespeare work on the shelf. And if so, I think it's this: 1 vengeful man spilled blood for 2. 2 youths shed tears for 3. 3 witches disappeared thusly, and only the 4 keys remain. 1 for 2. So that's 1, 2, and then 2 for 3. 1, 2, 2, 3, and then 3 disappeared. Disappeared could be 0. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 0. But there's this, and only the 4 keys remain. So whatever the fucking password is, that either means there's 4 keys you're not using, or you're only using 4 keys for the password. It has to be that. I mean, it's so fucking obtuse.
Mirror D80 says it is a brain blower. Mirror D80 says Johnny put the no spoilers up. Mirror D80 says it's more complicated than you think. Mirror D80 says very mind-boggling.
So let's just try a number before the 1 to 2, 2 to 3. So 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3, and maybe that's 3 to 0. No. So let's try the next one. But this wouldn't make fucking sense. Okay, so 5 volumes. These 4 keys are not going to be used. 6. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 0. Nope. It can't be that many, right? Surely it's only fucking 4. 7. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 0. 7, 8. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 0. Why would it be that? 9. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 0. I think we did 0 already. 0. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3. Nope. Only the 4 keys remain.
Edward Johnston says insane if you get this puzzle.
It requires knowing deep trivia about Shakespeare books, 5 different ones, to even enter the arena. And I could be entering the right thing, but the order of the books on the shelf could be wrong. Or like maybe I'm supposed to, right, the order could be wrong, or maybe there's only supposed to be 1 book on the fucking shelf, or like fuck knows, or 2 or 3 or 4 on the shelf, or this won't even work. I'm gonna fucking, I don't know. Like you'd have to read and study each Shakespeare book for a year at a time to fucking solve this puzzle. Who fucking knows how they might relate to the answer? One vengeful man spilled blood for 2. 1, 2.
Mirror D80 says I know it and I agree Johnny may have to guess the codes all day.
Oh my god, okay. One man spilled blood for two. Two youths shed tears for three. It has to be something to do with that. 1, 2, 2, 3. 3 disappeared. One vengeful man spilled blood for two. Two shed tears. So hang on a minute. So something's coming out of one. He's spilling his blood for two people. Then something's coming out of the two youths. They're shedding tears for three. Or is that, this is actually for the book? Is it really for the key code as well? And only the 4 keys remain. Hang on a minute. Oh, wait a minute. So 4 keys remain. So that means you're ending up with 4.
Mirror D80 says, can I explain the puzzle after you complete it if that's okay?
Sure. Of course. I'm going to fucking... Sorry. So 4 remain. That means that there's a greater total.
Says, I will be quiet until then.
Okay. So if 4 remain, that's telling me that there's a greater total. So hang on a minute. We started with how many? 4 remain. And 3 disappeared. So that... If 3 disappeared... There were 7. The 2 youths are not dying, right? They're still there, but one man died. So there he was there. 7 plus... So 3 witches, 4 keys plus 3 witches is 7. And then there was a man. So plus that is 8. And then there's 2 youths, which is 10. Only the 4 keys remain. After the 3 witches disappeared. 7. One vent for Matt, so he's dead. Okay, so -1. Three witches disappeared, so that's -4. But the 2 U's, but hang on, the 2 U's, that wouldn't mean there's 10 because they remained, they were already there.
Edward Johnston says, is there a vengeful man in one of the stories?
Yeah, this whole story is Macbeth. So 4 keys remain. The 2 U's are part of that. I don't know who the other 2 are, but 3 witches disappeared. Even with the 2 U's remaining, there are 4 in total, but 3 witches disappeared, which means there were 7, and there was 1 vengeful man who's dead. No. Okay, wait, this is making sense, because spilled blood for 2, maybe the 2 U's is not the 2, is not, the 2 U's is not the same people who had blood spilled for them in first. So, 1 vengeful man spilled blood for 2. So, there are 2. And then 2 you shed tears for 3. So that's 2 plus 2. That's the 4 that you have at the end. And the 3 that the 2 you shed tears from have disappeared. So that means there were 7, and there was a man, which is an 8. So there were 8 to start with, but the 3 witches disappeared, and the vengeful man killed himself. Can that be? Wait, I have to check the Shakespeare. Did someone kill themselves or die in Macbeth? Macbeth beheaded and killed in a final sword fight by Macduff. A vengeful man killed Macbeth. So maybe that's talking about spilling, like the vengeful man is Macduff. And he's killed someone, so there's less. Only the 4. It's talking about people disappearing. 4 keys remain, 3 witches disappeared. That means there were 7. I mean, it says spilled blood, so maybe that means it's 8. Is it an 8? Or is it 8? Then only the 4 keys remain. Only the 4 keys remain. So maybe it's it's the 8. One to 2, 2 to 3. And maybe it's 8 because there was 8 to start off with. One to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 8. I'm just fucking making shit up now. One vengeful man spilled blood for 2. Who did Macduff kill Macbeth for? His family. Only the 4 keys remain. What is the crying in Macbeth? The famous crying in Macbeth happens off stage right before Lady Macbeth dies, and it signifies her descent into madness and ultimate death. Loud, excuse me, a loud wailing of women is heard off stage in Act 5, Scene 5. Were 2 young people crying in this play at any point? Yes, 2 young people cry, who are deeply distressed. The grief of Duncan's sons. In Act 2, Scene 3. Do we have to know the fucking scenes? Is that part of the puzzle? Oh my god, dude. Okay, this, I don't know. Maybe this is impossible. That's impossible. Okay, I have trying to solve this freaking puzzle.
Mirror D80 says I'll donate another $5 once you figure this bad boy out.
1 vengeful man spilled blood for 2. 2 shed tears for 3. 3 witches disappeared thusly. And only the 4 keys remain. One vengeful man spilled blood for 2. So there's 3 people. This is all in the same fucking story. Three witches disappeared, so 4 remain. So there were 7. One man. Yeah, a man spilling blood for 2 is just saying that there's 1 man. And then 2 use shed tears. So there's 2 use shed tears. Okay, so there's 3.
Mirror D80 says I've got a veiled hint but you still wouldn't guess and it may confuse further. Want to hear?
No, thank you. 1 man spilled blood for 2. So that's 3 people. 2 use. So that's 5 people. Shed tears for 3. So that's 8 people. 3 witches disappeared and only 4 remain. Shouldn't that be 5? Fucking hell, man. Only the 4 keys remain after 3 witches disappeared. So that means that there's 5. So who's the 5? 2 youths, 2 blood was spilled, and 1 vengeful man. Is that what it fucking is? Is it 5? No, I can't. Back up. 5. 3 witches disappeared, leaving 4. If 3 witches disappeared and leave 4...
Mirror D80 says okay, have faith. You got the big brain mode working in full effect. Mirror D80 says you got this.
Only the 4 keys remain after 3 witches disappear. So there were 7 with the witches. Does the key relate to people? Or like, what the fuck, man? 1 vengeful man spilled blood for 2. 1, 2. 2, 3. 3 disappeared. And only the 4 keys remain. Vengeful man spilled blood for 2. 2 you shed tears for 3. 1 man spilled blood for 2. 2 you shed tears for 3.
Mirror D80 says this is a shitso puzzle bro, it combines some elements that I wouldn't think of normally.
Say that again. One vengeful man spilled blood for 2. Okay, so he's killing someone for 2 other people. So there's 3 people in that line. And then 2 you shed tears for 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. So 3 and 5, 8. So 3 is not those fucking 3 witches. That's someone else. Then 3 witches disappeared thusly. So that's not even there. 1 vengeful man spilled blood for 2. 1 vengeful man, that's 3 people in total. 2 you shed tears for 3. Assuming that's 3 people, it's 5. So there's 8 people. 3 witches are not even there. Okay. So only the 4 remain from 8. Is it like 8, 1, 8, 1, 8, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4? 8, 8, 8, 8, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, or 8, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. 8, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. I'm just making it up now. Okay. Just fucking try everything. One person for 2, that's 3 people. 2 used for 3, that's 5 people. That's 8 people. 3 witches disappeared. And then only the 4, and then it's a 4? Fuck. Okay, so 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 4, 8, 8. And then only 4 remain. So maybe there were 8 people. 1, and then, yeah, and then there were 8 people, and then all this bullshit, and then to 2, 2 to 3, 3, and then only 4 remain. Fuck, man. What could this fucking be? It could be anything. It could be all the keys that I'm not pressing, because those might be the 4 that don't remain. 8. 1 to 2, 2 to 3.
Mirror D80 says I'm on my best behavior, haven't said nothing. If Aji were here I'd feel like beating him to explain what's going on, but seriously no spoilers.
Four. fuck? What could this be? Only the 4 remain. Is it talking about the volumes though? Oh, fucking that mess is so. This is insane. This is volume 3, which is Macbeth. Volume 3. One vengeful man spilled blood for 2. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 witches disappeared. 1, 2, 2, 4, 8. Are we fucking doubling? No 3 witches. 1 to 2, 4, 8. One to 2, 2 to 4 to 8. There were 8 people. 1 to 2, 2, 4. Only 4 remain. Maybe when I'm pressing it, I'm killing the person. Only 4 keys remain. 1 to 2 to 3, 4, 5, 0. Only the 4 keys remain. 1 spilled blood for 2. One spilled blood for 2. 2 shed tears for 3. And then 3 turned into 3 disappeared. There's got to be some other fucking clue, no? One, 5, 4. I wonder if it's like 1, 5, 1, 5, 2, 3. No, it wouldn't. It would just be 4, wouldn't it? Or would it? There's 5 volumes. 4 keys remain. Fucking hell, dude. What a fiendish puzzle. So fiendish. Supremely difficult.
Mirror D80 says be right back taking a leak.
Do it. I mean, the order of the books could be wrong, which would mean the whole puzzle. I could have put in the right key number, and it didn't open. It said
Mirror D80 says him back.
its thing is, it says 3 disappears. Could that mean the book is not supposed to be the... Maybe that's what it means. That would make sense. And only the 4 keys remain. That means the 4 books. That's what it means. 1 vengeful man spilled blood for 2. 1 vengeful man spilled blood for 2. And I actually almost feel like it's like giving the order of the book. So one. Okay, this actually makes sense. So 1 there could be Hamlet. Because Hamlet, there's a lot of fucking blood being spilled. Then it says 2 used. That could be Romeo and Juliet. This is the order of the books, right? That could be Romeo and Juliet for 3. I don't know. But I feel like the 3 witches disappeared thusly and only the 4 keys remain. That feels like that last book is coming out of that fucking, of that shelf. Because Macbeth is about a player on a stage, and then it says, but verily, art thou player or audience? But again, so it's kind of finishing on that. So I reckon that book is coming out. But then what? Am I keeping this book in my fucking inventory? That would actually make sense. That would make so much fucking logical sense. That it hurts my soul. Right, we take that. And we're just going to put in every fucking passcode that we already put in.
Mirror D80 says there are 3 factors to this puzzle. Imo makes this very complicated.
Fucking hell. The 4 keys remain. You start off with 8 people. Oh man. No hints, Mirror. There's 3 factors. I didn't know there's a 3rd fucking factor. It would be hilarious if like there's actually something elsewhere on the fucking level that I didn't pick up, or some another fucking room. You gotta go through monsters to even fucking find out. It's probably not there. All go on towards death. And only the 4 keys remain. What? The 3 witches disappeared thusly. Do the three witches disappear in Macbeth? Yes, the three witches do disappear multiple times. Act 4, Scene 1. Is that what it's talking about? So maybe, I don't know, maybe that book isn't disappearing. Put that shit back. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 0. And only the 4 keys remain. Pop.
Adamisna says never liked Shakespeare BTW.
I'm feeling it from just this little gaming experience. The themes are they're insane. They're kind of what everyone thinks about, but just laid bare and kind of like caricatured into some fucking insane narrative about like death and fucking betrayal and suicide and agony and despair and fucking, it seems so dark. I didn't realize it was that dark. In school it's all a bit merry and shit when you're studying it, but fucking hell. Oh my fucking god. Only the 4 keys remain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it? I can't do it, Edward. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's breaking my spirit. You swine.
Mirror D80 says there is another element you are overlooking.
No hints, mate. No hints. So I'm wasting my fucking time here. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, one thing I will ask. Is it outside this fucking room? If it is, this is a fucking joke. It forced me to waste all that time.
Mirror D80 says okay, I will be quiet.
Fucking hell, man.
Mirror D80 says no.
Okay, good.
Adamisna says wanna watch some anime instead, Lmao.
Anything's better than this.
Mirror D80 says everything in the room.
Oh my gosh, there's some other fucking thing in here?
Edward Johnston says, I'm loving this.
Are you loving this? Oh. Distract the monster with beef jerky. This is so silly.
Edward Johnston says it's all in that room.
Oh man, stain on the carpet. God, this camera. Bit all over the place. Woman, it's the woman. Wow. Ugh. Ugh. Well, that's. Fucking hell. Fuck is this? Doesn't really seem.
Edward Johnston says, is this Milka's favorite game?
I don't think it is. Better not be. I mean, there's nothing else in it. There's a keypad and there's the fucking thing. Do you remember that puzzle where the numbers, the way to get out was on the keypad? It was scratched in there. I could not fucking believe that. Is there something else in this fucking this picture? Like, can't we kick this thing down, man?
Mirror D80 says one of my faves on easy or normal that is hard is a struggle session.
Struggling.
Edward Johnston says you have everything you need. Mirror D80 says yes. Edward Johnston says, what happened when you put the books in order? I missed that bit.
Nothing. Doesn't even tell you if it's right.
Edward Johnston says, what the fuck, haha.
Right? Should have played Illbleed. 1000% should have played that instead.
Mirror D80 says, I'm writing my answer for once you complete it.
Bruh.
Adamisna says, Illbleed sounds like your pig Latin lol. Edward Johnston says, this is for Milky. Mirror D80 says, normal mode.
This is never getting solved.
Mirror D80 says, I seen Milky trying to suggest it lol. Edward Johnston says, want a hint, a very vague one?
No. Even that's a fucking hint.
Mirror D80 says, you only early in the game, not too much to redo.
Yeah, nah, we never. It was always rock hard, isn't it? Only play when it's rock hard. That is the fucking the tagline. Only play when it's rock hard.
Adamisna says, you want me to give you a hint? I don't know the answer, so it would just make it harder.
Nah, it's alright. I kind of feel like we're taking one of these books out. Like, only the 4 keys remain. I mean, I feel like I'm just gonna give up. I can't fucking solve this. I have no idea what it is. Not even the smallest clue, smallest hint, smallest idea.
Adamisna says, have you tried just the 4th book?
Why would it just be the 4th? I was saying yesterday, this is how, once you solve this, you wake up from the simulation. That's how close we are. And Ajay's face is going to appear, and he's going to say, like, he was in the real world the whole time, like, overseeing it. That's why it was all so weird.
Adamisna says, only the 4 keys remain 4. Just let that one remain.
But it says keys, though, right? So surely that's the first 4. Keys with a S. And then it says the 3 witches
Mirror
disappear.
D80 says, break the simulation, save the cheerleader.
It says the 3 witches disappear. That's the last book, and that's also 3. But only the 4 keys
Edward
remain.
Johnston says, we never existed, and Johnny is talking to himself in his Tokyo apartment.
Oh man, that would be an interesting realization. But I mean, how many layers can the developers fucking pile onto the puzzle? Like, imagine that fucking riddle, that page of the riddle, is not only telling you the order of the books, and it's the fucking 5th book, but it's also telling you to remove like the 4th book or remove that last book that it just told you was there. And it's referring, like, so the keys is a metaphor for the books, and the keys is a literally talking about the keys on the pad. Like, how many fucking layers can you fit in a puzzle? They can't put that many in, man. There's no fucking way. This is the I could have put the right thing in, but because the books are in the wrong order, it might not be fucking working. But it says from the left is definitely, this is definitely correct. But is it even talking about the book's order?
Edward Johnston says here we go. Thinking like a developer, good. Mirror D80 says bro, I know that schizo feel too well, I talk to myself too much, cabin fever lol.
But I mean, it's telling you the order of the fucking books. And it gives you the opportunity to put them in a certain order. So there's no way that it would just be one. I mean, it should be 1 to 5. But why is it? Why then would it give you the order to rearrange them? It's simply only the 4 keys remain. Is it the number 4 book? Is it the 4th book? So we have to put in all these passcodes and then like try a different book formation and put them all in again. Like, fuck off, Konami. You're actually wasting my time now. It's getting beyond silly. That's just tedious. That's not using brain power, really, is it? Oh, man.
Edward Johnston says puzzling indeed.
Ugh, what a fiendish puzzle. I've met my match with this puzzle. Oh my god. Only the 4 keys remain. What the fuck does that even mean?
Mirror D80 says damn, I wanna see Johnny clonk his way out of the hard mode monsters.
Bruv, we're never clonking our way out of this room. For starters. We need to think, like, I need a mental clonker.
Edward Johnston says read whole last page again. Mirror
No
D80
hints, no
says,
hints.
I can explain Zip's math.
See, that's bad.
Edward Johnston says black coffee.
Never. No, I'm done with that shit, dude. Fuck that. I hate that. I drank too much of that over the last year, literally. That shit, I can't be doing that. No more stimulants. Fuck that.
Mirror D80 says no hintusmus.
Ah, but verily, in here is a tragedy. Art thou player or audience? There is nothing which cannot become puppet of fate. Or an onlooker. Am I peering through the fucking keyhole? Where's the keyhole? What? Read the last one. Don't give me hints, for fuck's sake.
Edward Johnston says he loves it.
I don't. What a fiendish puzzle this is. It's basically Ashley from Resident Evil, right? Ah, but verily, in here is a tragedy. Or this is fucking Macbeth again.
Edward Johnston says no, the page with the numbers.
Oh. No, stop giving me hints. That's what I was reading, bruv. This doesn't make any fucking sense. And only the 4 keys remain. So what, it's just 4 keys? So we're going 4? So it's telling me what to press. Only the 4 keys remain. It's just those fucking... Only the 4 keys remain. Does this mean that we've done volumes 1 to 5? It's because all we're talking about is volumes 1 to 5. Does that mean 6, 7, 8, and 9? Is it talking about that? Only those remain? But then it says, like, is it a red herring? 1 for 2, 2 for 3. 3 disappeared? They...
Edward Johnston says it's attached to the sentence above.
Why are you giving me hints, bruv?
Edward Johnston says these aren't even helpful. Mirror D80 says yup.
They're all fucking attached to each other. I mean, the only numbers that is written there is 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's all we fucking got. There's no 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 0. The books go up to 5. I'll tell you what might have been harder than this is the fucking Monkey Island 2. That was actually... It was literally impossible without a guide. I don't know how many fucking decades that would have taken someone to finish without a guide. It was relentless stuff that I mean, there was stuff in that actually did make no sense. You could never think putting that there or clicking on this thing would make that happen. There's literally no logical sense.
Mirror D80 says yup, not helpful, you gotta do something else with the puzzle lol, and I'm not saying what though. Edward Johnston says don't give me hints, not big enough.
Yeah, come on, no hint. Like, don't even, like, no, don't narrow it down at all or say there's something else you got to do. I need to work it out. Like, what the fuck else is there to do with this fucking... All there is a fucking...
Mirror D80 says you got it, brother.
I don't think I do, bro. I mean, you're telling me to do something else, so I'm taking a book off the fucking shelf. Because there can't be 3 other layers if it's in the fucking room. I'm taking this fucking book. Only the 4 keys with an S remain. I'll take that shit. Then I'm going to...
Edward Johnston says don't let those Japanese salarymen get to you, bruv.
Yeah. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player. It keeps talking about that. That struts and frets his out upon the stage. They keep fucking talking about this. so I've got to hold it, right? I surely have to hold it. So now the volume 3 is gone. So that means only 4 numbers remain, which would be... It can't be this, can it? 4152. No, it can't be that.
Mirror D80 says what time is it over there in Japan, Johnny? Edward Johnston says remember when Resi 1 had a puzzle piece inside a book, what the fuck was that, lol?
Yeah, that was bullshit. I remember that.
BC says morning Johnny. Loving the new setup. Johnny looking like a prim and proper streamer now.
Alright, yeah, I need to fucking to do that. Yes, yes. Is that what they look like? How's it going, bruv?
Roman King BC says doing good. Edward Johnston says what other streamers do you watch?
None. Only the 4 keys remain. It must be those 4 books and not this one that makes up the password. Like, what else is it? What else is it? And only that, so it ends with a 4. Only the 4 keys remain after this one. So 1 to 2, 2 to 4. 1 to 2, 2 to 3. 1 to 2, 2 to 4?
Edward Johnston says, I like some of those in Austin videos. He's such a geek for little details.
Never had.
Roman King BC says howdy gentlemen Mirror and Edward long time. Mirror D80 says the time here in South Australia is 5:40.
1 to 2, 2 to 3.
Mirror D80 says PM.
3 to 0.
Mirror D80 says hello Roman King, hope you having a great time.
Right, this is the world's hardest.
Roman King
Nice.
BC says 3:11 AM Texas.
Bro, this, like, fucking hell. I need to read this really carefully. One vengeful man spilled blood 4-2. It starts with 1. It's counting upwards. 1, 2, 3.
Edward Johnston says all my exes live in Texas. Mirror D80 says crack the code, save the world.
Oh, God.
Roman King BC says can't sleep and watched Johnny's stream pop up and decided to hop on in, and holy crap, Johnny has new gear. Edward Johnston says before Milky wakes up.
What is happening? Yeah, Milky's gonna fucking spoil it. More than you lot are trying to spoil it. One vengeful man spilled blood for 2. And only the 4 keys remain. 3 witches disappeared. This is Macbeth. 3, and they disappeared in the story. 3 witches disappeared thusly. One, 4, 2, 2, 4, 3. Is it? Does 4 mean a fucking the number 4? They surely wouldn't do that, man. 1 for 2, 2 for 3.
Roman King BC says wait, how long have you been at this door, Johnny?
6 hours, 7 hours. I can't understand what the fuck it's trying to tell me, bro. One vengeful...
Adamisna says hey, if you do wanna make that video today we can. I found the clips again. Edward Johnston says are they all Macbeth? Roman King BC says madman lol.
Yeah. This is all Macbeth. Edward, stop it!
Mirror D80 says longer Johnny, both liver streams combined just about.
Damn. I mean, 2 years shed tears like could be Romeo and Juliet, but I don't think they're doing it for 3. I mean, this is Macbeth. I mean, they've done the order with each page. Now they're doing an order within the fucking last page, another order. Oh my God. Okay, let's ask AI. Macbeth, Romeo.
Roman King BC
Juliet.
says is it a combination of 4 numbers?
Don't know. Hamlet. Macbeth, Romeo and Juliet, Othello, Hamlet, and fucking King Lear. Which one has a vengeful man in
Mirror
it?
D80 says I can happily be the genie in the bottle with a wish of a hint perhaps.
Who kills someone for vengeance for 2 other people. Macbeth is the play you're looking for.
Mirror D80 says just kidding.
The vengeful man is Macduff. He kills Macbeth to get revenge.
Edward Johnston says am I muted yet?
Not yet.
Mirror D80 says I know no hints.
In Macbeth, do 2 youths shed tears? It knows it's from Silent Hill 3. So I'm not reading what AI is saying. It goes, no, they don't, but you're reading the thing from Silent
Hill.
Dude
says, please don't mute me, bros.
I think the Japanese developers didn't even read Shakespeare. Like, you can't mix things that are not in it. The fuck does that mean then? Who cries in this play? In Macbeth, multiple characters cry, weep, or scream in emotional distress, grief, or madness. Do Shakespeare plays are insane? The most significant include Macduff. Any of these people young? Yes, Macduff's son is explicitly a young child.
Edward Johnston says two youths is Romeo and Juliet surely? I actually don't know.
Yes, Macduff's son is explicitly a young child and Prince Malcolm is a young adult.
Adamisna says plug in a keyboard and remove all the keys except for the 4 key.
How many people do they cry for? The fuck does this even mean? The characters in Macbeth cry for at least 5 different people, plus an entire country of suffering citizens. The Macduff family, at least 3 people. Are they crying for themselves and their dad? Maybe that's what it is. The entire country of Scotland. Only the 4 keys remain. This is so important, whatever that is. Only the 4 keys remain. So what, don't do 1, 2, and 3? I don't think you're supposed to take that fucking book out. But people are telling me there's multiple layers to this puzzle, which probably means you're doing an order of the books, you're keeping one book. I don't know. What are you supposed to do? Shoot a hole through the book? With the third bullet symbolizing the 3rd volume of Shakespeare, and then start crying onto the keypad, but it has to be real tears. It can't be wolf tears or crocodile tears. It has to be real tears. Then enter the code, and you have to do it within the amount of seconds that totals all the Shakespeare volumes. So 5 and 4, 9, 12, 15 seconds exactly. The last tier has to also be the 15th tier. Then it's going to open. Is that what you're supposed to do?
Adamisna says 4 keys or 4 keys. Everyone knows the kanji for fork is 8675309. Edward Johnston says, Johnny is going mad. Mirror D80 says, can I be the magic genie with a clue? Could
No.
be the icebreaker you need, but could be too much.
It will definitely be too much. Even a whisper of a hint. I mean, yeah, let's put it back.
Roman King BC says he kinda is.
Fucking hell.
Adamisna says, wait, the 4th footstep sound effect is different. Could that be the key?
Right, that's what I'm thinking. 4th. 1, 2. Yeah, could be, could be. Shall I give up? Well, we could be here for eternity.
Mirror D80 says yes, it's a very towdy.
Tough, very. Fucking hell.
Mirror D80 says up to you. Adamisna says simply press every button besides 4.
This is the first puzzle in the game. Can you believe that? What? People love this game. On Twitch, it's got 170,000 followers plus. Were people streaming when this came out? Surely not.
Mirror D80 says we can do this thing. Edward Johnston
No, we
says
can't.
could vengeful man be Hamlet, doesn't he go mental and kill everyone?
It could be, but I mean, what? Then there's another meta fucking sequence of numbers within a sequence of numbers on the last number puzzle. There's another puzzle inside it. What? Really, Edward? But you do need to know the Shakespeare trivia. The Three Witches is Macbeth, right? But even so, it's not gonna fucking solve the puzzle. Like, okay, so what? The first sentence is another fucking volume within the volumes of what we've already read. So what? Then we've got 2 U's. That would be 1, 3 witches, Romeo and Juliet, 3 witches, 3, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3. No, something 1, 3. Vengeful man, 1, 1, 3. Hamlet.
Roman King BC says people on the internet are pretentious assholes. Johnny now ask for the combination lol, enough with the sadomasochism, hahaha.
Ugh. Three Witches disappeared and only... Three Witches disappeared thusly, therefore. I feel like I don't know enough about Shakespeare to understand this shit, dude. The first line could also be Othello. So apparently on YouTube this has 177 concurrent viewers. That can't be fucking right. On the alt channel. There's 177 people watching me fucking do this. I don't even... You know what? I wanted people to watch this channel, but I don't want to fucking watch it when I'm failing on this puzzle. Oh my god. That means I can never leave this now. Oh my freaking... Okay. Okay, wait. We need to big brain this. We need to stop being such a bitch and fucking man up and solve this stupid puzzle. Okay, let's fucking start from the fucking beginning. Pick these fucking books up.
Adamisna says put up a speedrun clock lol.
I actually think there is a timer somewhere. I feel there is one. Maybe or maybe not. I definitely had one. Maybe this is like ASMR or something. People just want something a bit chill. Something going on in the background. Okay, let's start again. Let's start again. Okay, so what have we got here? We got 4 Shakespeare books. Anthology. 1 to 5.
Adamisna says new stream title. Can I solve the first puzzle in less than 32 hours?
It's pretty fucking good. Okay, Anthology 1. It's not much for sentimental slop. I'm not much for sentimental slop. Again, how dare they? How can you disregard Romeo and Juliet as sentimental slop? It's like the greatest book of all time. How dare you? Like, I'm not much for... Okay, so book 1 is Romeo and Juliet. Book 2, King Lear is in this one. I've never read that. Okay. Number 3. One line from Macbeth I just can't forget. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. Okay. Shakespeare Anthology 4. Hamlet is in this one. I've never read that. Othello is in number 5. I must have read it, but I forgot what happens. Okay, so I've written it down. 1, Romeo and Juliet. 2, King Lear. 3, Macbeth. 4, Hamlet. 5, Othello. Let's read the plots. Romeo and Juliet, 2 young lovers from rival families, the Montagues and the Capulets. They fall in love, marry secretly, and ultimately die by suicide due to a tragic chain of miscommunications which finally unites their feuding families. Book number 2, King Lear divides his kingdom among his 3 daughters based on false flattery, flattery being the key word. Banishes daughter Cordelia, goes mad after rejection by elder daughters. Ultimate deaths of Lear and Cordelia and all the wicked siblings. 3, Macbeth. This has player on the stage themes. In William Shakespeare's Macbeth, a brave Scottish general named Macbeth receives a prophecy from 3 witches that he will become King of Scotland. Okay. Driven by ambition and his wife, Lady Macbeth, he murders King Duncan and takes the throne. Guilt, paranoia, and tyranny consume him, leading to a rebellion that ultimately destroys him. So everybody's dying in these books. We've got the death theme. 4, Hamlet. Feigns madness. Final act, nearly all royal court dies. Prince Hamlet of Denmark learns from his father's ghost that his uncle Claudius murdered him, took the throne, and married Hamlet's mother. Hamlet feigns madness to plan his revenge, leading to a tragic final duel where almost the entire royal court dies. 5, Othello. Intense jealousy, suicide themes. Follows Othello, a noble Moorish general in the Venetian army, whose malicious ensign, Lago, tricks him into believing his wife, Desdemona, is unfaithful. Driven by blinding jealousy, Othello murders Desdemona before discovering her innocence and taking his own life. Okay. These are the books we have. We found them on the floor and we can put them back on the shelf, and we obviously have to put at least one there because the game gives us an option to do it. Which order do we put the books on the shelves, you may ask? Then we have this note next to a keypad. It says, in here is a tragedy. Art thou player or audience? Be as it may, the end doth remain. All go on only toward death. Now this would be from Macbeth, talking about an audience and a stage and all that kind of stuff, probably. Now this simply has to be the first book on the shelf because it starts with this text: the first words at thy left hand. So that has to be the first book. Does it mean this is on the shelf, or does it mean that it's in my inventory? Whatever the case, this is the first book, and this would be book number 4, Hamlet, Feigning Madness. A false lunacy, a madly dancing man. I don't need to read on because that's obviously Hamlet. He feigns madness to plan his revenge. Okay. So the first thing is going to be volume 4, Shakespeare volume 4, Hamlet. The second is 1, so it's 4-1. This is obviously Romeo and Juliet. 1 is Romeo and Juliet, as did this one, playing a death. Find true death at the last, killing a nameless lover. She pierced her heart, rent by sorrow. Obviously Romeo and Juliet, 4-1. This, I think, is a red herring. Doth lie invite truth? Doth verity? Verity means truth, but wear the mask of falsehood. Okay, talking about the... talking about moral relativism here. Are thou pitiful, thou miserable ones? Okay. Then, this one is Othello because it's black and white, white and black. You see at the end. Still amidst lies, though the end cometh not, wherefore yearn for death? Wilt thou attend to thy beloved? Truths and lies, life and death, a game of turning white to black and black to white. That's Othello. That is number 2. So we've got 4-1-5-2. Then... No, sorry, we got 4-1-5. That's Othello. 5 is Othello. Next is King Lear. Is not silence brimming with love more precious than flattery? A peaceful slumber preferred to a throne besmirched with blood. So flattery, themes of flattery are in King Lear. So that's King Lear, which is Shakespeare Volume 2. So we got 4-1-5-2, which only leaves 3, and this has something from 3 in it. The 3 witches disappeared. Is this something to do with the keypad or not? That's the thing. If it is to do with the keypad, it's kind of weird because of all the 5 volumes of Shakespeare, this 5th one also contains hints about numbers for the keypad. Could that be the case? And then Milky, who kind of spoiled it, Milkstar, talking to you, if you're watching this back, she focused on the word 2. So she said, she capitalized it. She said, 1 vengeful man spilled blood for 2. She capitalized that. And she said something about how the last sentence is really important. Anyways, this is number 3. Does it simply mean we now put the books on the shelf in that order? 4-1-5-2-3. Is this last volume saying not to put it on the shelf because it says 3 witches disappeared? And only the 4 keys remain? What are the 4 keys? Are the 4 keys the books that remain if we take this book off, number 5? It kind of feels like that. But then maybe that's overthinking it. Would they really be that dirty, Konami? Whatever the case, it's definitely 4-1-5-2 and probably 3 at the end. 1 vengeful man, and I feel like this is also the code for the door. 1 vengeful man spilled blood for 2, semicolon, next clause. 2 youth shed tears for 3, semicolon, next clause. 3 witches disappeared, semicolon, next clause, and only the 4 keys remain. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and only the 4 keys remain. What could this mean? What is the 4 keys that remain? I mean, if it's simple, the simplest explanation is this is all just talking about Macbeth and 4 keys is in that, but there isn't 4 keys in Macbeth. Are there 4 main things in Macbeth? Depending on how you look at the play, people often talk about the 4 main characters or 4 themes in Macbeth. 4 main characters: Macbeth, Lady Macbeth, Banquo, or Macduff. 4 main themes: ambition, guilt, appearance versus reality, fate, and free will. Okay. This is where it all this is whatever the fucking answer is, it's something to do with this. We got a rough idea about the books on the shelf, but what makes that so nasty is if you have the wrong formation of books on the shelf, whatever you put in the fucking pin in the keypad, it's not going to work.
Says an LLM is always going to try and say what it
exactly
thinks you want to hear. Ask the AI if there are 5 main things in Macbeth and it'll say yes.
Alright. Are there 5 main things in Macbeth? Yes, Macbeth was, by Shakespeare, is famously organised into 5 acts. Are there 9 things in Macbeth? No, there are not 9 things. But the number 9 appears in specific lines. Fuck! Right, AI is not gonna, it's gonna lead us down the garden path.
Adamisna says ha ha ha.
I feel like, because like in the previous Silent Hill game, you had to use shapes instead of actually like a code. It was a shape or a letter that told you what the fuck it was. I feel like, and only the 4 keys remain is so ridiculously sus. It's got to be something. And only the 4 keys remain. One, it's something in here for the pin code, surely. 1, 2, 3, and only the 4. So ridiculously confusing. And then it ends with a kind of Macbeth thing about player or audience on the stage. On the stage, it's Macbeth on the stage. Come on, do it. Solve the puzzle. He's on the stage. Don't be such a simp. Come on, solve the puzzle. But verily, in here's a tragedy, mate. Art thou player audience? Art thou player audience, mate? Yeah, there's nothing which cannot become a puppet or fight. Nah, or an onlooker peering into the cage, mate, of the great, peering outside the cage of the Grey White. Look, mate. I used to peer out of the cage to the Grey White. Now he's peering into the cage, mate. Into the cage. I know, Milky's coming. Okay. Milky's waking up. Hurry. She's coming. But verily, in here is the tragedy. Okay. They're all tragedies, literally. It really all comes down to that one page. It really, really, really comes down to this. One vengeful man spilled blood for 2. 2 youths shed tears for 3. It's very deliberate. They put the numbers in there, right? And only the 4 keys remain. So either the last key is 4, or we've eliminated keys 1 to 5, which is the volumes of 1 to 5. Never, Edward. I've already forgotten what you typed. And 3 disappeared. No, but the witches disappear in the play. So sure. So alright, let's put the fucking books on the thing. Alright, put them in order. Oh, it says something. It gives you another line. This is the only place where there's any room left. Should I just line up the books I picked up off the floor? Okay, the books. Let's line up the books. What are we? Okay, so the order. We know the fucking order. Book number 4. Book number 1. Romeo and Juliet. Book number 3, Othello. No. Book number 5, Othello. 2, King Lear. 3, is it a red herring? 4152. I mean, surely you're not taking one with you. There's no way. People keep telling me there's something else. What fucking else is there to consider in this room? Seriously. Literally nothing else in here. What? What could it be?
Mirror D80 says this is Files level confusion puzzle. Edward Johnston says Madman is Hamlet no. Mirror D80 says thanks Adam. Mirror D80 says but please no spoilers anyone. Edward Johnston says Milky will be up soon. Hurry Johnny. Edward Johnston says, what's the third one? The one you said was a red herring. Mirror D80 says brother so sorry to put you through this hard mode is hard. Mirror D80 says as nails. Edward Johnston says there's nothing else. Mirror D80 says I wish I could say but my mouth is it.
It's on that fucking page because everything else is just a Shakespeare book. Whatever it is, it's in this fucking paragraph. I just can't get my... So we lined up the books in the right order. And then we've got a bunch of numbers here, which we're probably using. One vengeful man, spilled blood for 2. I feel like getting an Uber Eats to fucking stop myself from crying.
Edward Johnston says maybe write it out on paper and or something and it will click.
What's your obsession with writing shit on paper? I mean, it's quite admirable, but... are we going to write it on paper? Okay, come on then. Maybe we need to pray to God.
Edward Johnston says cheeky Nando's.
Please God, give me the... Show me the light.
Mirror D80 says deduction great idea Edward.
Light the path. Light the path. Please, light the path so I may walk it. Amen. And solve this fiendish puzzle. Amen. Okay, I'm going to write down the puzzle. Oh, God, it's a fiendish puzzle. Pass me my file of facts. I'm going to write it down. Oh, God. Oh, I'm sure it will come to me like a bolt of lightning in the night. Oh, my God. Okay. Here we go. I've got a nice piece of paper here. Okay. One.
Edward Johnston says God says to tell you write it on some nice crisp paper.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Is this not good enough? One vengeful man spilled blood for two. Semicolon. Ha. Two youths. Ah, bloody youths in the shed. Shed tears. For three.
Mirror D80 says crisp as a cheeky peach. Edward Johnston says, ASMR fiends loving the crackle of paper.
I feel like that's why this has so many concurrent viewers.
Roman King BC says you need to write it on papyrus.
Do you know what I could do? Is go buy a fucking watermelon. Give you the best ASMR of your life. So it's kind of watermelon season. They've got kind of medium to small ones, but they got a fucking massive one, cuzzy. I need a wheelbarrow to get it home.
Mirror D80 says X gonna give it to you, he gonna give it to you first, you gotta rock, then you gotta roll.
Fucking hell. Then you need to pop, then you need to stroll. And bury your ass underground like a motherfucking mole. To never have to face this puzzle again. Okay. Semicolon. 3 witches disappeared thusly. Semicolon. And only, oh God, and only the 4 keys.
Roman King BC says and watermelons in Japan $500.
Not this one.
Mirror D80 says and put it in the manual of Sh3 once you finish it.
Remain.
Edward Johnston says go and buy the complete Shakespeare and read them all on stream taking notes on your crackly paper. Mirror D80 says I've got a cheat sheet in my game manuals lol.
Seriously, right, to solve this puzzle properly, you need to read the 5 greatest works of Shakespeare ever inked with a quill, a feather pen. Not only that, you need to study them and be able to pass an Oxford English Literature PhD with a first, with honours. And only then, after doing that, with all 5 fucking plays, can you even begin to understand what this fucking puzzle is about. It actually requires knowledge of Shakespeare. If you don't have it, you simply can't brute force this with logic. You see, you got to go away and fucking read Shakespeare. Oh my God. Is that such a bad thing? Shakespeare. Wow, my favourite writer. He was brilliant with Shakespeare. Oh my God. Have you read Troilus and Cressida? Wow, Achilles was a menace in that play. Absolute menace. As was Hector. Oh, God. Hector. Oh, God.
Edward Johnston says you need a quill. Edward Johnston says, I kinda respect that using real world shit.
I kind of want a cigar, but I feel like no more stimulants is allowed. Does a watermelon count as a stimulant if it weighs more than a kilogram? What's up, Arthur? Oh, mercy. Lot of mercy. Okay. I wrote that down, and it did absolutely nothing, Edward. One vengeful man spilled blood for 2. So that's 3. Let's just say that's 3. 2 youths shed tears for 3. Is that 5? 3 which has disappeared. 0? 3, 5, 0, 4? Only 4 keys remain. That's it. 3, 5, 0, 4. It could fucking be anything. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3, 0. 0, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3, 0. Only the 4 keys remain. Okay. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 8. 0, 8, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3. One to 2. Milky said 2 in all cap. 2. 2 to 3. 0. 4. Oh my god.
Edward Johnston says, did it not do anything?
No. Are you fucking giving me dirty little hints? Better not be, bruv. Am I... What?
Edward Johnston says Milky made it harder.
Did she fucking give me a red herring? The fuck, Milky? Okay, maybe it's just the order of the fucking books. Why wouldn't it be?
He says this reminds me of hacking in Deus Ex, great game.
4, 1, 5, 2, 3.
Edward Johnston says the paranoia.
I'm gonna start doing random shit. At least I got it written down. Thanks, Edward. One vengeful man. Spilled blood 4-2.
Edward Johnston says have a watermelon break.
Am I watermeloning it? Watermeloning it. 1. I might have to just fucking... I'm just so curious what the logic of this is. Puzzle. I'm pretty sure that's right with the books, but people are saying there's 3 layers to it, so maybe you are supposed to take a book, but that would be a fucking outrageous puzzle.
Edward Johnston says take your paper with you and mull it over thwa.
Oh, God. Have a little read on the way to the shop. Get a watermelon and bring it back. Cut it open. Lot, including the pips. Oh, God. You eat the pips? Yes, I eat the pips. I love them. They're so oh, God. You'll end up with a watermelon growing in your tummy. Oh, fuck.
Edward Johnston says you're actually so close.
Mirror
D80 says yes.
I mean, it has to be the order of the books, right? I feel it's such a cop-out for it to be 1 to 2, 2 to 3. I feel like all of that really is just the fucking book. It just makes logical sense for it to, you know, you put it on the shelf and then you put the order in here. And then only the 4 keys remain. So like, it makes sense. Like, these are the 5 fucking volumes. So it has to be one other key to supplement these 5. And then there's only 4 keys remain. And I feel like it should be fucking 0 because that's not really a key, even though it's a key.
Edward Johnston says thanks Ezra.
Cheers, Ezra. Oh, thanks for subbing, man. Big ups. Let me give you a text-to-speech, mate. Right. I'm going to be gaming until the cows come home.
Edward Johnston says, do you need to read your little note?
I'm going to read my... You're so patronizing. A little note? It's an important note. You swine. Cheers, Ezra. One, yes, gamer bro. Yes, gamer bro. One vengeful man spilled blood for 2. Okay, so I just think 2 used, shed tears for 3, and only the 4 keys. It's something to do. I was probably right all along. I feel it's like a 0. Zero. Well, maybe it's the whole fucking sequence. 4, 1, 5, 2, 3. 1 to 2. 2 to 3.
Find this LMAO.
Oh no, she's back. She's gonna spoil it. Quick, we gotta solve the puzzle.
Edward Johnston says Milky.
What's up, Milkster?
Mirror D80 says I agree about the paper. Maybe you can put something in it that will be a game changer. Not saying what though.
What? What does that mean? You're giving me little hints?
Mirror D80 says hello Milky.
The fuck does that mean? I agree about the paper. Maybe you can put something in it that will be a game changer. Not saying what though. Put something in the paper. What? This? Oh my, don't tell me I'm using something. That you surely not. Surely not. Surely I'm not using something on that. Am I? In here is a tragedy. Art thou player or audience? Be it as it may, the end doth remain. The fuck are you lot talking about? Only the 4 keys remain. Ah, but verily.
Mirror D80 says know your paper on your desk, brother.
What the fuck am I gonna put in this paper that's in? Wait, what? You didn't tell me to write something on the paper. You said put something in the paper that will help you solve this puzzle. What? What? How can you put something in the paper? You fuck it. So basically, I've got everything right, but something's not right. What's going on?
D80 says zip my lip again.
There's a piece of paper on the fucking desk in this room? No way, bro. If it is, I'm walking out. I'm fucking walking out. If I've been...
Johnston says he meant on it.
Dude, there's not something else in this room, is there? In which case...
Fatima Kesting says, I've never seen someone overthink and underthink about something so hard. Mirror D80 says sorry, write the poem down, brother.
Why am I writing the poem down? Oh, so I've got to... fuck, I've got to write the whole poem down. Are you serious? Are you taking the piss? You want me to write down the whole poem on a piece of paper? The whole fucking thing? You mean the whole thing? You can't be serious. Well, why? Is it just because it's going to help me memorize it? Swine. The fuck? It's funny because look, the whole middle paragraph is actually all condensed, right? That's with all of the books. Well, the middle section. Write the poem down. Why is this some big hint to write down what I can already read on the screen?
Edward Johnston says then copy out the whole of Romeo and Juliet.
In Japanese, backwards. It has to be said again that this game was made for Japanese... This puzzle was made for Japanese people. It's a Japanese game. And they can barely say hello and goodbye in English. They expect them to know the literary works of Shakespeare. Fucking crazy. Mate, the developers are on another level, man. They're so smart.
Milkatima Kesting says, I wonder what it felt like being the first dude to solve it.
Okay, I think I'm seeing some new shit here, y'all. I think I'm seeing something new. Okay. Yeah. Okay, here we go, right? So, okay. The first words at thy left hand. So this is the first one, 100%.
Slub69 says still here OFFS. Mirror D80 says it must have been a mind explosion for that person.
Slubs mate, he's such a piss taker. Yesterday he came in, he actually convinced me he solved this puzzle.
Mirror D80 says hello Slubs.
He convinced me he solved this puzzle. Hello Slubs. He convinced me how are you Slubs? He convinced me he solved this puzzle.
Edward Johnston says he's going mad.
While I was like, and he'd seen it for the first time while I was playing it, and he's just casually looking at the screen. He convinced me that for a good few minutes. I was pissed off.
Edward Johnston says Slubsy.
Okay, check this out, right? The first word's at thy left hand, so this has to be the first book. But then look at this. This one is Romeo and Juliet, but it says, add to this one, playing at death, find true death at the last. So maybe this is actually the last book. Then check this one out. The third one, which is Othello, which is 5, admits the lies. So maybe this means in the middle of the books. So Romeo and Juliet is last. And what's the first one? I forget. Whatever it is first. Admits the lies. Though the end cometh not. So maybe this is second from the end. Okay, so this is in the middle somewhere. Is not a silence brimming with love more precious than flattery? Or maybe not. One vengeful man spilled blood for two. Two youths... Oh, fuck it, I mean, I just don't know. Two youths shed tears for three. Three... what does it even mean? I don't know.
Johnston says take a watermelon break.
Even... I'm projecting. Even I feel angry towards the watermelon. All I can imagine is smashing it into pieces. In a rage. In a cage. One vengeful... What is this? One vengeful man spilled blood for two.
Milkatima Kesting says wait, we got watermelon.
We don't, but the store near my house, it's got these medium small ones I was saying, but they got massive, fucking massive one, like this big. I could bring it and we could ASMR. Milky, on the alt channel on Rock Hard Gaming, apparently it has 201 concurrent viewers. What the fuck is that all about? And this one has 91. What's going on? It could be the ASMR of this. And the kind of casual walking around the room. It's mad how there's no music in this game, right? You notice that? In the puzzle? You would think. Why do you want me to write this down? You want me to write the whole thing down?
Slub69 says Google is your friend.
It would ruin the experience. Everyone's already ruined it. Didn't Victoria paste the fucking answer or something? That was weird. She doesn't get involved with the game usually, but she fucking Googled the answer.
Kesting says, I don't know what's happening, I'm scared lol.
What do you mean? Why?
Edward Johnston says your channel is monetized again, so maybe you're out of the shadow realm for now.
But the other channel is got like double the views. Isn't that mental? Menace.
Edward Johnston says menace.
I saw you talking some shit when I left the stream about Victoria gave the answer. Like, what the fuck? Why would you give me the answer? Did she paste the answer on the screen? That is arch menacery if she did. I don't know. I actually feel like I'm incapable of working this out.
Slub69 says read the puzzle into chat.
Yeah, but ChatGPT knows it. It will pull from online and just say what it is. That'll probably be the theme of every future movie. Like, I don't have my AI.
Says I can but have to respect her rules, brother. Edward Johnston says, I think you'll get it, bro. Take a break though.
I can't take a break. There's 200 live viewers on the other channel. I can't do that. I have to suffer.
Milkatima Kesting says she's definitely posted the answer like 4 times and you completely blocked it out, lol.
Why did she post the answer? Why would you do that?
Mirror D80 says suffer like G did.
Suffer like G did. That's what I'm doing. It's time to suffer like G did.
Mirror D80 says House of the Dead reference.
That's an amazing fucking reference.
Edward Johnston says Victoria is the real puzzle. Milkatima Kesting says she was feeling cheeky, lol.
That's outrageous to because like the less info you give me, the reaction when I solve this puzzle, it will be a fucking all-time meme. That's the thing. Even if you say like, oh, you've got one thing, that's giving a hint, because the whole logic of this is narrowing down possibilities until you're certain what you're left with is what is the answer, right? You can't give me hints. Man, it's the hardest puzzle ever. Straight up. Doesn't get much harder than this.
Edward Johnston says, did Milky hear the paper crackle? Edward Johnston says, might need to write it out again.
Why do you keep telling me to write this out? I don't understand, man. Is it a hint? What?
Mirror D80 says, Vroosh.
Why you do this? Why you do this?
Milkatima Kesting says, I was going to stream this eventually on normal, but now it seems useless after sitting here watching you do this, lol.
Why you do this? Why you do this? Why you do this? Why you do this?
A fiendish puzzle. Wow.
A fiendish puzzle. Wow.
How fucking nerdy is this? Look. Oh man, you want to see something hilarious that I got from a gachapon? It's a dog taking a piss, but the private parts and the piss is pixelated, but it's in 3D. Milky will love this. Man, the Japanese are on another level of ironic, ridiculous humor.
Edward Johnston says, maybe say the poem into the recorder and play it back.
Oh no.
Milkatima Kesting says, is that a Digivis?
Is that what it is? Dude, it's from this. It actually comes out. And it came with stickers. I think you're supposed to put a sticker on each side of it. I'm actually pretty sure that's what it is. But it also came with a screen.
Milkatima Kesting says, why is the piss censored?
Well, I mean, it's rude. But the screen, it came with a second screen. I think the screen comes out and you can put different games in it. I don't even know if this is a real game. I think it is actually. It says something RPG. Hard to read it, but I don't know. It's just a piece of trash, isn't it? First world trash.
Milkatima Kesting says, oh, it's a Game Boy Advance. I'm dumb.
It's not actually. It's just a handheld kind of whatever. But why you do this? The thing is, if you spoil the puzzle, I'm not going to play the game because it's beaten me already. I feel like the answer's outside and not in this room. One vengeful man spilled blood for two. Three. 5. 3. I just don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I can't work it out. Should I give up? What should I do? How am I ever going to work this out? I don't fucking know what this is.
Mirror D80 says it's like a friggin' escape room zoozle.
I've never done that, but there's no escape room that's as hard as this. There's no fucking way, dude. People will be trapped in that room forever. It would just be called prison.
Mirror D80 says luckily you not playin' zero escape games.
How many hours have we been playing this? I'm very curious. About 3 hours. Bit less. I might give it up for today as well. Like, I thought
Milkatima Kesting says, I want statistics of who worked this out on their own and who got help.
nobody worked this out on their own is the answer. Literally nobody. Because how does it the answer to the keypad is on this fucking piece of paper. I've got the order of the this can't be that hard because I have the order of the books. I have them. So then it just has to be this.
Mirror D80 says Milky I always play this game on easy or normal lol.
On hard mode, right? The first enemy encounters that kind of like chicken thing. And then you go into a room, you come out, and there's 4 of them. Is it like that on normal, or is that only on this mode? Fine vengeful man, spill blood for 2. One, 2. 2, 3. What does it mean?
Milkatima Kesting says 100% normal for me. That's as hard as I've gone lol.
Okay. Milky, we got the new catchphrase for the Rock Hard Gaming channel.
Mirror D80 says less enemies and less health on those enemies.
Only play when it's rock hard. Really? Okay. People be knowing the Shakespeare puzzle is famous, right? Shakespeare puzzle. Wow. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 0. Only the 4 keys remain. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So maybe it's like the volumes. 4, 1, 5, 2, 3, and then we do whatever the fuck it was talking about there. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Edward Johnston says hardest puzzle ever.
Definitely. Not ever, but in this series, it obviously is. I'm sure there's worse ones than this somewhere out there. But I mean, not much worse than this. Worst puzzle I ever... I mean, Monkey Island 2 is probably worse than this, I would have to say. But then who knows?
Mirror D80 says oof so close.
Mirror, don't do it. This is spoiling it. Don't do it. Fucking hell.
Edward Johnston says maybe need to type out the poem into a document. Milkatima Kesting says some
Why?
can't help it man, we grew up with siblings and played all together all right.
Nah, you have to help it. I can help it.
Mirror D80 says can I say what number to exclude perhaps?
No. No. Not even the smallest, tiniest, lickerless hint. What is the fucking logic here, man? What is the logic?
Mirror D80 says write the combinations you tried on paper.
Fucking hell, bro. Has it come to this?
Mirror D80 says so you don't do it again.
I'm too lazy to do that.
Mirror D80 says the power and the fury will break down this door, God willing.
Fuck.
Edward Johnston says, what's the Elvish word for friend? Mirror D80 says you knocking it down, Johnny Sue close.
No hints.
Mirror D80 says you can do it, brother. Edward Johnston says the paper foie.
One vengeful man spilled blood for two. Only the 4 keys remain. Hit the 5.
Edward Johnston says, did Milky use a guide?
Definitely she would have done for this part. Nobody's solving this. Absolutely nobody.
Milkatima Kesting says, I didn't do it on hard lol.
Rock hard, to be precise.
Mirror D80 says, I'm mantraing the code in my head in hopes you will guess it. Milkatima Kesting says, I looked up the answer on hard for reasons involving this stream that I won't divulge.
Divulge.
Mirror D80 says, same Milky.
Fuck this game, seriously. Okay, I give up. I have no fucking idea what this is. I'll be back another time. But yeah, I don't know. We could be doing this for years. Literally, could be doing this for years. I've got no idea what it is. Absolutely no clue. I don't know what the fucking logic is, but I'm gonna go. But thanks for keeping me company and stuff. I've only got so much energy I can give to this fucking insane puzzle.
Milkatima Kesting says, I did tell him to play the riddles on normal lol. Edward Johnston says, do you need to go through the puzzle from beginning again? You had momentum last time.
I feel like there's no momentum. I don't know. I didn't advance at all.
D80 says, bro, God bless.
I didn't advance at all. Nothing was advanced today. It could be like...
Adamisna says, are you going to sleep or just smash your head into a wall?
Just gonna go do anything but play this.
Edward Johnston says, at least he has the paper.
At least I have the paper. Beaten by the number pad. Fucking can't believe it. Alright, I'll see you a lot later. It was fun and silly. Silent Hill, yo.